Welcome back, brothers, to another episode of the Oshay Dick Jackson Live channel. Today, we got one of my boys, man, here with all this game. You dark niggas, we taking over again, so y'all watch out. My man, Lucario fan, wonderful channel. Congratulations on hitting 10,000 subs, man. You've been putting in the work, and you one of the better creators, man. You're in Black YouTube, and I'm glad that you're a part of the manosphere, man. But we got a topic today. Right. Why you should give your women your number?
Right.
There's some people out there, man, that's gonna be like, man, I don't really believe that.
Right.
Let's gonna rock with that, man. Tell break down the game for him real quick.
Well, see, the thing is this, right? Like, you could still take girls' numbers. It's not like you got to do one or the other. You could switch it up, do it however you want to do it. But there's benefits to giving a girl your number and telling her to call you. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, when you give a girl your number and she actually does call you, it's showing 100% interest. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that when you get a girl's number, you're not really sure yet if she's into you. You feel what I'm saying? But if you give her your number, she takes it and she actually calls you, then that shows that she has interest because she's calling you. She's trying to reach out to you. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you get used to doing that, then you're going to have some women who are actually going to follow through and call. The thing is, a lot of guys, they're scared to do that, or they feel like it's not going to work because they're like, oh, nah, girl, she ain't going to call me. Why she going to call me when she got all these other guys trying to holler and all this other stuff? But you got to put it out there. If you put it out there, you're going to have some women who's going to respond back to you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not a crazy thing to do. You just got to do it and put it out there, and don't be scared to really do that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So let me. Right. So I know you were in what part of New York you in right now?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
So
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I seen your seminars, man. You got some nice little honeys, man, that you be rocking with, and then I ain't saying I'm jealous or nothing, or how. I mean, I be hating you as well. I mean, I might have said a few things about you, mad and shit, but. So I'm just saying, New York, Brooklyn's a busy place.
Right.
I'm pretty sure because you do a lot of stuff in the field, which is what I like. Because you ain't just YouTuber. You're actually a dude that's in the field that just happens to be on YouTube.
Right. Exactly.
You're a practitioner in the game, so I'm really feeling it. But so when you be seeing these fine honeys in the street, do you ever give them your number? Yeah,
I do that a lot of times.
Do you get their number?
So I get their number. Yeah, I do that too. So I do both. So depending on see, this is the thing. Depending on how you feel at the moment, the situation you're in, because sometimes you might see a girl and you just in passing and you ain't got enough time to really get her number. You feel what I mean? So if you have a business card, which I always tell guys carry business cards, you give her your number. Just pull your card out, be like, hey, miss, how you doing? Listen, real quick. Here's my card. I think we should get together sometime. You're looking real cool. I think we should make something happen. And you just give it a card, tell her to hit you up. Now, the thing that a lot of guys don't understand when it comes to giving a girl your number and telling her to hit you up is that it's going to be more effective if you give her specific instructions on what to do. So, for example, if you give her your card and say, here's my number, give me a call or text me tomorrow at 8. You feel what I'm saying? So you're giving her the instructions of how to do it. You see what I mean? So now what you're doing is that you're letting her know exactly what she's supposed to do. You see what I mean? So the more concrete and the more instructions that you give her, that's going to be easier for her to actually make it happen. So the thing is that guys are thinking, well, I should get her number because I'm the one that needs to call and set everything and I'm supposed to lead and all this other stuff. By you giving her your number and telling her to call you, you're still leading because you're still instructing her. You're still telling her what to do and when to do it. You feel what I mean? So it's just a way to really make it a little bit easier on you. So for example, if you're talking to 30-something girls in a day and you don't want to have like 15 or 20 numbers you got to keep checking up on. So if you give girls your number, tell them all to call you, that next day or the day after, then you just sit back and relax and wait for the chicks to holler. You feel what I'm saying? And usually a lot of times you're going to get maybe between like 1 or 10% of the girls that's going to get back to you. So let's say if you talk to 100 girls and shit, you probably get maybe if your game is average, you get like 1 to 10 girls that's going to hit you back up. You feel what I'm saying? So you still going to get something popping. You just got to put yourself out there and really play the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me kind of go back to because you made a good point, and I'm soaking up the game too, man. So
Right.
I got a little bit of game, but you got a whole lot. So I'm over here writing, even though my girl's in the other room, man. So I can't
She's
be
like,
taking up too much. But so what you saying is this is for the brothers, man, because you giving so what we're looking at is you got to do number one is some kind of approach,
right.
And when you give the approach, you automatically know that the numbers in this is going to be, you said between, what's the percentage range?
Usually between 1 to 10%.
1 to 10%. Right. Okay. So what we're looking at is on the high end for every 100 women that you're going to come up to.
Right. You're going to get 10.
10. Okay. Right. Okay. 10. And so, but versus you get 20 phone numbers from 25 approaches, but you got to go through all the bullshit texting. Hey, what's up?
Right.
No response.
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, a person who has 100 approaches gets 50 phone numbers. A person who has 100 approaches maybe getting 4 to 10 callbacks. Who's winning?
Right. Well, see, at the end of the day, it just really matters on who you're connecting with. You feel what I'm saying? But so if you have that guy that's getting 4 to 5 callbacks of women trying to holler at him, right? He's doing better than a guy who's approaching a whole bunch of chicks, but not really getting anybody calling him back. You feel what I'm saying? So the other guy could approach more and not get anybody called back. And then the other guy could have approached less and got more women calling him back. So the thing is, when I say it's 1 to 10%, that's like on the average scale, right? So when your game is stepped up, when you're actually a guy who has his shit together, he knows how to talk to women, he's confident, he approaches situations in where he, seems like he knows what he's doing. That dude, he's going to get a higher percentage of women when he talks to them. So the average guy might get 1 to 10%. He might get 20 to 30%, because his game is on point. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why I always stress studying the game and learning the game, because your percentages get higher. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing that guys don't understand, is that when like any dude, because the thing is this, every guy has game, because all game is your skill and a strategy to get what you want. Now, it depends on if your game is tight or if your game is weak. You feel what I'm saying? So if your game is weak, you might be the type of guy that approaches 100 girls and only gets 1. If your game is tight, you might approach 100 girls and get 30 or 40. If your game is like average or whatever, you might approach 100 and get 10. You feel what I'm saying? So it all depends on how good your game is and how tight your shit is. You see what I mean? So that's really what it is.
Right. Okay. So let me just make sure, because for those brothers, right, that's out there in the field, and shout out to the brothers out there.
Right.
And this guy Macaroni Tony. Hey, Macaroni Tony, hold on, man. This is not a show about breakups, nigga. So calm your ass down right now, nigga. Damn. I came my last stream asking the same shit.
Right.
We're gonna get to you in a minute, player. So this is what I want to know. So this is not for you Tinder dudes or the dudes who do online. This is for dudes who really out there in the field. So if you're not a dude in the field, it's safe for you,
right?
So what you're telling me is, okay, if my approach is better, right, then and that comes for everything. That the way I'm looking that day,
right,
haircut,
everything.
Fragrance.
Everything. It all combined. It's all combined, right?
Okay. And what you do as a professional dating coach, because you got some good shit, man.
Right.
You actually help brothers with it. Now let's kind of talk about what you can do as far as a person that has, because you have a lot of brothers, right, that's not afraid to approach.
Right.
But they just can't close shit. I used to call them holla monsters back in the hood.
Holla monsters.
You can tell the niggas, hey man, go over there and get it started for real. Like I used to be one nigga like that. I would close something every now and then, but tell us what you do, what you offer as far as helping get the close ratio a little bit up. Right.
Well, see, as far as closing, right, it's something that I always tell guys when they first starting out to really get used to approaching women and really doing it on a consistent basis, is to close the deal with every girl, meaning that every chick you talk to, like before you finish talking to this girl, it should be, hey, give me your number, or hey, take my number. Either one of those two, right? You gotta do that all the time. Even if it seemed like the girl's not interested, you give her your number, or you say, hey, give me your number. Don't worry about her saying no. Don't worry about her saying, you know, oh, I'm not sure, I got a boyfriend, whatever. Don't worry about it. The thing is, you have to get yourself in a habit of doing that, because once you make it a habit, then it becomes something that's second nature, and then you just do it sort of automatically. A lot of times, you know, when you start making it a habit, it becomes something that just flows and it comes out. See, a lot of guys don't make it a habit because they're nervous of getting rejected. So you got to get past the whole getting rejected part. You just got to, every time you approach, then you got to close the deal. Now, once you start getting used to doing that, then you can become a little bit more picky with who you close the deal with, meaning that what's going to happen is that as you start talking to women, you're going to start to notice that certain women are going to give you a more positive and more, they're going to be reacting to you a little bit more cooperative. Those are the ones that you start to really, keep shit going and actually, close the deal. Sometimes you're going to notice that certain girls are going to be receptive to you. So it don't make sense to even bother closing the deal at that time, because you can feel the energy is not really there. But so at that time, you don't really need to close the deal with every chick. But you first have to get yourself used to closing the deal all the time, because if you don't, what happens is that, like you said, they become hollow monsters. They just start talking. And the closing of the deal is really the thing that's going to connect him and her together. If that's not happening, then you're just sort of like, practicing talking. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really get to that point where you close the deal. So I say, when you first begin, close the deal with everybody. You feel me?
Okay.
That's it.
So let me do this real quick. Also,
Right.
Are a lot of guys in your opinion, are a lot of dudes afraid to close the deal?
Oh, hell yeah. That's what it is. They're afraid because they think that the girl they're talking to is not really gonna want to get with them, or they're scared to hear no. They're scared to hear the rejection, because for a lot of guys, a rejection is an attack on their identity. They think, well, if she rejects me, that means I'm a loser. That means nobody likes me. That means I can't get girls. So it feels like it's reinforcing all their insecurities. So instead of, it's almost like, you ever see people go to the gym, but they don't really work out. They sort of go just to say they went, you know what I mean? So they might lift up a little weights here and there. They might, be on the treadmill for 2 minutes just to say they went, but they're not really going in. They're not really like, busting a sweat. So it's the same thing with guys. They'll talk to girls, but they're not really doing nothing. They just talking just to say that they did, but they don't really want to take it to the next level to get to, some success, because trying to get that success also comes with you getting rejected. You see what I mean? So it's like, you got to get over that rejection.
Let's talk about the rejection piece. Because like me, I've been rejected since I was a fetus, nigga. I was born in '81. I was born to get rejected like a motherfucker, right? So I don't give 3 fucks. You know what I mean? Right. But let me ask you this: you still in the field, you still holler at chicks. Do you still get rejected?
Hell, I got rejected last night a few times. I was out in the city, at these different events, talking to people, this and this and that. Actually, it was funny because I was talking to this chick. And so I was like, yeah, I'm a dating coach, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. We talking. She's like, oh, so if you're a dating coach, she's like, you see that guy across the room? Could you help me get with him? So I'm trying to get with this chick, and she's like, can you help me get with him? Oh, shit. So it happens to everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's like times where I go up to approach girls, they'll say, oh no, I got a boyfriend, or they just might not be into me. You feel what I mean? But then there's a whole bunch of other girls that I approach that they're just totally into me. You feel what I mean? So the thing is, it's not about focusing on the girls that's going to reject you, because it happens to everybody. I don't care who you are. Every dude gets rejected. You understand? Right. So a lot of guys think there's a way to go around that. There's no way. Just accept it and keep it moving. Because once you accept it, that's when you get the success. You know what I mean? So,
I'm glad you said it, because and you guys coming in, man, like the video. You niggas know better. Don't be in my goddamn stream. I'm not in the goddamn video, okay? And y'all know we got a special guest, Lucario fan. Go over there and subscribe to this channel. You niggas don't be playing with me. Like the video. Now, because I noticed this in Europe, man, because I'm over here living in Poland.
Right.
You will see a lot of dudes, man, they will get dressed up, they'll spend all this money on their clothes and shit. And these dudes will get drunk just so they can have the courage
right
to talk to women. It's crazy, man. A lot of dudes are just scared.
Yeah, that's a problem though. That's what I'm saying. Like yo, if you get over that fear, B, everything is gonna be easier. I'm telling you. You know, the thing is, like, because I have this DVD called How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women, and in the DVD I talk about, you know, there's you got to have fun with it. So I'll say if you get rejected, every time you get rejected, talk to 2 more girls. You feel what I'm saying? So like so you make a game out of it. Don't worry about it. Just have fun with it. So if you get into a point where in your mind rejection is really nothing and it's just part of the game, it's going to be easier for you, and then you're going to start getting way more girls because you got to understand, like, there's a lot of girls out there that's going to be into you, but you have to make the move to create the situation, because there's a lot of times where you probably go to different events and there's girls in these places or girls in the park, girls wherever you go, who's waiting for you to come and approach, because most girls aren't going to approach you. Most girls, they'll check you out, but they do it very slick where you don't even notice it sometimes. Like, some of the girls are obvious when they do it, but some girls will check you out and you won't even know. So you got to just put yourself out there and create the situation, and then, you know, things will happen. So I'm like, you know, it's really for the guy to really get to that point where he's just, you know, making it happen and stop being scared about the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So let me ask you this, man, because, you know, I gotta you know, I not asked you this maybe the last time you came on. Right. I know you in New York, and I seen you with a few Dominican chicks, man. I see a few, you know, Puerto Rican. I mean, I'm not saying I'm jealous or nothing, or I be hating on you on the low, but okay, we got a lot of brothers out there, because I do got an all-black male audience for the most part. You have a lot of brothers that follow you.
Right.
We have a lot of mutual subscribers who watch both of us. Right. We got a lot of dudes that, you know, they have they like black women, but they're like, man, you know, black women, they give you that fucked up attitude. You know, like, I ain't got no name. You know, why are you talking to me? You know, so when it comes to approaching black chicks, man, a lot of times, especially, you know, maybe if you're like a shorter guy or you're a dude, black women will really hurt your fucking feelings. Like over here, these chicks, they might shoot you down, but they're not gonna be so mean or rude about it. Black women can be brutal about it. So I mean, is there a certain? Have you found that approaching black women is different from approaching other women?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's like sometimes it's like night and day. You know what I mean? But it also depends on, like, generally it's like, as a black dude, if you go to a spot and there's white chicks there or there's Asian girls there, a lot of black dudes think Asian chicks don't like them. Asian chicks be loving black dudes. Fucking, like, you know, every other race, they have, even if it's just like a fetish type of shit, because some of them be having this fetish thing where they, you know, they see you, they're like, oh, you're exotic, you're this big black guy, you know what I'm saying? So they get that excitement from it. Me, I don't give a fuck. If I'm fucking you, we fucking, and that's it. I keep moving. I don't care why you want to fuck me. We just fucking, because I might just be fucking you because you a big titty white girl. You understand? Like, whatever. So it don't matter. But as far as if dudes is trying to really make it happen with women in general, you know, at the end of the day, you got to understand that it's still about you being a man and she being and her being a woman. So if you approach it like that and you know how to adjust to whoever you're dealing with, then it's going to be, you're going to actually have some, you know, certain things going on. Because I've dealt with, you know, black chicks, white chicks, Asian chicks, whoever, who have, you know, you come at them and they sort of combative or something, or they have a little attitude or whatever. And so a lot of times it's subconscious, because what they're looking for is they're looking to see if you're the type of dude who could, it's like they test you in a sort of way. And sometimes it's on purpose, a lot of times it's subconscious. So they test you to see a reaction, because what they're looking at is they're like, yo, okay, could this guy handle me when I'm on some bullshit? Because a lot of times these women know they're on some BS and they're looking to see, okay, well, if he's gonna flinch or get flustered around me, then, you know, I'm not gonna really want to mess with him. That's not gonna turn me on. So when they deal with a guy who they see who doesn't respond in a very emotional or upset way, or they look like they're flustered by her, that makes her sort of like acquiesce to his situation. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of times with black chicks, they'll be, you know, just out the gate on some, like, you know, uncooperative shit, just to be like sassy for something. I'm like, you ain't got to do all of that. You know what I mean? But the thing is that when I talk to these girls, you got to understand is that black women generally are extremely interested in black men on a large scale. So it's like they're waiting for a black dude. So if you're that top-notch dude, you know, they're gonna try to make shit happen. But also on the flip end, if you are also that top-notch dude, some of them be intimidated by you too, which is why on just as a defense mechanism, they will act very belligerent and stuff just to say, oh, well, I don't want him anyway because he's an asshole, blah, blah, blah. So they'll act like that just to protect their own ego, because they think that since you're on point that you might not want them, so therefore they're going to act in a certain way so that, you know, they could just push you off. So you got to like know these little nuances and things that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. I mean, because I know this happened to me before. Have you ever had a chick that was like rude as fuck, and you wasn't really tripping? You like, calm down, you know, you still got her number and fucked her anyway? But especially like, can you give us a little story time on that, man? Because these niggas probably don't understand this game, man. You got to break it down.
No, of course.
Tell a little something.
Of course not, because this is the funny part. Like, I remember I was with this black chick or whatever, and you know, we was getting drinks or whatever, and for those who don't know, like, I'm in an open relationship. You know what I'm saying? So we, you know, I got a wife and I got a girl, and I'll be messing with other girls here and there, right?
Were you actually married?
Yeah. So the thing was, the girl, I met her off of Tinder or whatever. So in my Tinder profile, it says, yo, I'm in an open relationship. You feel what I'm saying? But she didn't read that. I guess she missed it. You know what I mean? I guess she just saw my pictures and was like, okay, let me go and see what's up with this guy. So we meet up, and as soon as she sees me, you know, she sees the ring. You feel what I'm saying? So then she's like, what's the ring about? I'm like, yo, I'm you know, I'm an open marriage, I'm an open relationship, blah, blah, blah. So then she get a little attitude or whatever, right? So she's like, oh, and what does that mean? And why are you seeing other girls and yada, 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 and all this other stuff. And so I'm just like, so long story short, I just said to her, like, I was like, listen, you know, if this is an issue for you, you know, we could just end the date right here. We could just bounce it and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And then she's like, what you mean? I was like, yo, we could leave. I was like, I'm gonna pay this tab. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We can bounce, whatever. And then so I was like, let me give you a hug. You know, nice meeting you. I gave her a hug, and I was walking away. So as I'm walking away, she comes out of the bar and chases after me. She's like, no, hold on, you know, blah, blah, blah. So the thing was, even though she was acting on some belligerent shit, and she was a little bit like, you know, crazy about it, the fact that I was saying, yo, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, I'm good with you or without you, I'm cool. And so the thing was that she felt that energy, because she was already interested in me, but the thing was she felt thrown off about the whole open relationship thing, which is why she had the attitude. But then after she came through, and then, you know, we was talking a little bit again, and then she took me back to her spot, and then we ended up getting it popping. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, I was literally ready to bounce. I was like, I'm good at this point. Yeah. But then she chased after me, and then we got it going. You feel what I'm saying? So
you still fucking her today?
Nah, we ain't gonna be fucking around. No, I was like, I'm good. You know, it's too much drama. I don't want to hear it. So I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, she ended up being a problem anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I got to keep that moving. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know.
Let me just do this, man. Listen, man, my player partner, man, Lucario fan, he can't come by, man, and drop his game. So, you know, listen, you know, the manosphere, like I told you guys before, was about just roasting chicks, man. But we got some professionals in here, you know, the Alan Roth Curry, the Steve Dean Williams, the Lucario fans, the Ron Wills of the world, and man, I'm picking up so much game from these brothers, man. So listen, we do this for you guys, right? And you know, this is a very busy person. In fact, I only got like 7 or 8 minutes left with him. So this is what we want to do. For those of you in the chat, do me a favor, like the video, right? And then what I want you to do is, I'm posting his link right in this channel. Okay, do me a favor, brothers. This brother is putting in a lot of work, man. Okay, and man, he has products and stuff like that. And I gotta get him on here every week when I can. He got a certain window of time he can really fuck with stuff like that because he's busy. So listen, brothers, go ahead and subscribe to him. Go down below. It's 125 of y'all watching right now. If you're not subscribed to Lucario fan, do that right now.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen, because we want to get him. He's at 10,000 subs. Shout out to him. Let's get him. Let's help him on the road to 20,000, brothers. Because he's coming by here dropping some serious game, and you know, you niggas be acting like y'all don't need it. I've seen some conference on Facebook. You niggas definitely need it. So hold on, here we go. Brian Ray, he said that Lucario used to. Were you ever a simp ever before in your life?
Oh hell yeah, I talked about that before too. That's why I'm so hard on simps, because it's like I know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? So back in the day, I'm telling you, back in the day, you know, when I was younger, like, you know, 17, 18, 19, I was simping. I didn't really know too much. You know, I was putting girls on a pedestal, all of that shit. Like the same stuff that a lot of cats is going through, I was going through. And then I had other cats around my way help me out with the game. And then I started reading a lot of stuff, started watching a lot of stuff, and it started, you know, to see certain things. So I was like, yo, let me get out here and help other dudes, you know what I mean? The same way that these other older heads was helping me when I was young. So that's how I made it happen. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
man.
And shout out to Charles Gilmore for the 5-hour super track. And for that. Let me talk to you about this, man, because you said some, you know, on your video, man, I was watching it before you came on, why men are conditioned to simp. Now I know this is different from what we were talking about, but if you could just kind of briefly go into that,
right?
That'd be great, man, because a lot of brothers don't understand, you know, why they are where they are, and let's kind of talk about that real quick.
Right. Well, the thing is, we're conditioned to simp through media, through our family, you understand, through friends and all that. So like the media, like if you see a lot of you know, these romantic comedies, the guy is usually like this cornball dude who he's trying to get this really hot girl. The girl's smart, she's funny, she's awesome. He's like this dude that has to like try to get at her by giving her flowers and being all nice and sweet. And you always hear about opening doors for women and you know, bending over backwards for girls, ladies first. All these things are indoctrinated into you to create that simp type of dude. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So especially if you talk to your mothers, a lot of guys is brought up with single moms, and then you ask your mother about advice. Oh, I got this girl I like in my school. How do I get her? She's like, oh, just be nice to her, buy her flowers, pay attention to her, listen to her. So you've been, you know, taught all these things all these years. Then of course you're just gonna start simping. That's gonna be what's normal to you. You know what I mean? And that's what you think that you're supposed to do. And then so we're conditioned to be that way, and that's not the way that you're supposed to be. That's not the way that you actually get the really feminine cooperative women. You understand? Because feminine cooperative women are only going to deal with masculine alpha males. Only beta males and simps get with dominant, aggressive, annoying ass women. So if you're a simp, that's the type of woman you're going to attract, because it's always a balance. It's a yin and a yang. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going to happen.
And Al Roger Curry, he actually shared it. Al Roger Curry wrote an article on that about 5 months ago.
Right.
And I appreciate you sharing that. Well, let's talk about, man, I mean, you know, basically with you, I know you only have a few minutes left because you have to be going someplace, but what do you have, man, planned? I know you got a particular sale going on your website and stuff. What do you have planned for the, you know, for the end of the year?
Right.
Going forth, now that you hit the 10,000 subs.
Right. Yeah. So basically, I got a new book coming out called The Bad Boy Book, which is based off of my podcast, The Bad Boy Show. So that's gonna be coming out real soon. Also, I'm gonna be having like this thing called Mr. Lucario 30-minute game sessions where guys can call me privately. We chop up game and then we record it, and it's a recording you could keep on your own that you could listen to the game and like do what you got to do with it. Also, since I just got 10,000 subscribers, I'm doing a sale right now to where if you join my Bad Boy membership program, which is where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. If you join that membership by Monday night, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this package, which is called the Bad Boy package, where you get over a dozen products, which is worth over $2,000, and you get it for free just by joining the membership. So if you go to badboymembership.com and join the membership before Monday, July 24th, you're going to get that whole package, which is worth $2,000 with like hours and hours of game and everything. And it also comes with this book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. So you guys can get this too. You understand? You're going to get all of that for free. If you join by July 24th, go to Bad Boy Membership, become a member, and then you get all that stuff for free. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So okay. Do it. Yeah, man. And you can go on my page too, because I have a video up that explains more of it if you want to check it out, you know, make that happen.
Right. Okay, and so you brothers, man, like I said, and I know you got to run, so this is a quick 30-minute podcast. You're going to be somewhere in about 15 minutes, right?
Right, yeah, I'm good for another 5 minutes. So,
another 5 minutes, okay, another 5 minutes. Right. So, is there any more questions in the chat? So let me do this. While we're there for this last 5 minutes, do me a favor, brothers. 127 people watching right now. Okay, do me a favor. I need 34 people to go like the video, right? And the reason why we want to do this is because Lucario fan is going to be another search engine tool for him. Okay, we get the likes up, and then basically it's going to bring people more to his channel. Right now, all of my subscribers, if you are my subscriber, go subscribe to Mr. Lucario. Okay, Lucario fan. So do me a favor. 122 of y'all people are watching right now. Get the like the video. You guys know how we do it on this channel, man. We love to like the videos and get this stuff up. This brother was nice enough to come over today and get everything set up for us. And let me also do this. I'm going to promote his channel again. Go in the chat, and what I would like you guys to do is to go subscribe to his channel, okay, and get some of his game. And I love bringing brothers on here. They got a different experience in the game. I know you guys are tired of hearing me. Anything last you want to say, man, Lucario, as far as a closing point?
Yeah, just, you know, for everybody out there, man, you know, just get out there more, talk to some more women. Don't be scared to get rejected, you know. Understand that you're valuable. Always try to tell guys this, man. You got to understand that you're valuable. You got to understand that women want you. You feel what I'm saying? Women want you. This is what women's lives basically revolve around men. Don't ever have them think that it doesn't. You understand? It's like you're the sun. There's a reason why the planets revolve around the sun, because the sun has that energy that the planets need. You feel what I'm saying? And so women revolve themselves around men who are masculine, who are on top of their game, because they want to revolve around that energy. They want that energy. They need that energy. So you're giving them that light. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to first, you know, recognize the light within you so that you can put that out there. And then that's when you're going to attract the type of woman you want. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it's real like that, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. All right, man. Well, listen, I know you got some place to go. Again, man, shout out to Lucario fan.
Appreciate you having me, man. Man, I always appreciate that, man. Definitely.
Shout out to him for coming on and giving us a little quick show. Hopefully he can come back next week.
Oh yeah, I'm down. Man. Let me know. Let me know whenever.
Come back, man.
I'm down whenever. You know what I mean?
The last time you came on, did you end up getting some more subscribers from the channel? Or?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you know, I love your channel. I love the Negro Manosphere. Keep doing your thing, because, and I always post this on my channel too. You know what I'm saying? So we could go back and forth, because that's how we got to keep everything going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'll actually, if you want me to, I can. Well, if you download it, I can send you the show. However you want to do it.
Send me the show and I'll download it, put it on my joint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. So you guys, man, thank you so much, Lucario, man. You, like I said, bro, I've really seen you growing, man, in here.
I appreciate you having me, man.
You taught me a lot about this, you know, because one thing I like about you and Steve the Dean, you guys actually have product. And that's one thing that separates you from people like other YouTubers like me. If we're just YouTubing, we don't actually have product. And that actually, you know, your business model is really what I think a lot of YouTubers should, if you're looking at being successful. Lucario is actually a dynamite person to study. Steve the Dean is a dynamite person to study. That's what makes them so much different. They don't actually YouTube. They actually have shit that they know they're talking about. So,
we could talk about that next time too, about how to like set up the products and, you know, promote your stuff and everything. That'll be a good show, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we can do that. So, man, once again, thank you for coming. You guys go subscribe to my man right here. You're doing some great things. You know, support black business, support black men, and you know, listen, don't be afraid of rejection. Get out there and holler, like I always tell you. And Lucario has the game for you guys. Go support his channel. You will learn a lot of shit every day. So thanks so much, you guys. Thanks so much, Lucario, man, and we'll see you next week.
Take care. Peace, yo.
Peace.